Hey, what's up guys? Before I start this video, please make sure to subscribe, like, or leave a comment. It really helps me out. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So recently, I would say that Call of Duty has been really lackluster in the last couple years. Games like Cold War and Vanguard just haven't lived up to the Call of Duty name. I know it's hard to remember, but this franchise used to be known for dominating the gaming scene. Back in the day, each COD game that came out was absolute banger. Games like Modern Warfare, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, and even Black Ops 2. I mean, these games are just absolute titans in their own right. I guarantee if you ask a group of people what their favorite COD was out of all of these listed, it will be completely mixed. Everyone has their favorite memories with these games, and that's what makes them great, you know? There isn't just one COD that everyone can agree on being the best. However, if we were to compare these 6 titles with the next 6 titles in the franchise, it is a major disconnect. During the Black Ops 2 era, Call of Duty was at an all-time high. You had tons of YouTubers making whole careers out of this single game. People like FaZe, Drifter, Chaos X Silencer, or even Ali A were all extremely popular and huge during this time. Black Ops 2 was definitely the golden age for lots of these YouTubers' careers. But this golden age did not last long, because just a year after Black Ops 2 came out, Call of Duty Ghost released. Once this game came out, the reputation that COD once had was just completely gone. Whether you like the game or not, you really can't deny that Call of Duty really plummeted during this time. I personally really like Ghost. I thought it was a solid game, despite some of its crucial flaws like the SATCOMs or IEDs. Looking back on it now, I really can't deny that these were terrible changes, and I can completely see why people hated this game because of them. On the bright side, I really do believe there was a lot to like about this game. Elements like its DLC maps with the inclusions of being able to control Michael Myers and even Predator were one of the coolest moments in COD history. Extinction was another big one that got tons of hate back in the day, and honestly I think it was just because it wasn't zombies. If you actually gave it a chance, you would realize that this game was really well done. Just look at Vanguard, you could really tell that they took tons of elements from Extinction and put them into their own zombies mode. The most recent boss fight in Vanguard Zombies, which was the Cortifex fight, is basically just Extinction with zombies slapped on it. Now, I don't know if it is just the nostalgia talking, because I was really young when I got this game. Only being around 10 years old, it was the first COD game that I really owned. Before I got my own Xbox 360, I would really only experience these type of games like Black Ops 2 through my friends. So once I was actually able to have my own Xbox, Call of Duty Ghost was the main COD at the time, and it was really meaningful to me. However, just because I personally like the game does not mean that the rest of the community did, because they absolutely hated this game. Unfortunately, this cycle of bad COD games coming out would pretty much continue for every single game in the franchise after this point. Games like Advanced Warfare or Infinite Warfare were completely demolished by the community. I mean, just look at Infinite Warfare. This game was by far the most hated COD game ever, and even set an all-time low for the franchise. Before this game even came out, it was already off to a rough start. Once they released the reveal trailer for this game, it got 4 million dislikes. At the time, this was one of the most disliked videos on YouTube. The main reason why this game was so disliked was pretty much because of the setting it was in. Players were just tired of playing these COD games that were set in the very far future. They just wanted Call of Duty to go back to its roots with boots on the ground. Fast forwarding a little bit, Activision actually took our advice into account and made World War II, which was the classic boots on the ground COD that we all know and love. But once this game was released, you know, it wasn't a good game. I'm gonna be honest, it was just not a good game. With World War II ultimately failing, the next COD in line was Black Ops 4. Now, up to this point, Treyarch had a very good track record with their games. You know, they had the Black Ops series and World at War. However, Treyarch really missed the mark on this one, and just like the other COD games, it ultimately just failed. But not all hope was lost. There was a new COD game being released in 2019 that was hyped up to be the savior of COD. The game in question being Modern Warfare, which was a reboot of the original Modern Warfare. Side note, they really need to come up with better names because this is just like not cutting it. Initially, this game got a lot of slack. The atrocious maps and terrible progression system nearly killed the game until its saving grace, which was a Warzone. This Battle Royale mode came out during Season 2 and ultimately launched Modern Warfare into new heights. From this point on, Modern Warfare was a force to be reckoned with. It really gained its footing back from Warzone and started pushing out meaningful updates fixing most of the problems the game originally had. New maps that focused on the original 3-lane style that we all knew and loved really showed that the gameplay was fine. It was just the maps that was holding this game back. All good things must come to an end because the next few CODs were not that great and did not live up to Modern Warfare in the slightest. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War was the next COD up in the cycle by Treyarch. This led a lot of people to be really excited over Cold War, including me because it was Treyarch after all. But as we all know, Cold War came out and it was not that good. There were just lots of problems with this game. You can tell that I really needed to bake more in the oven. There were just lots of problems with this game, you know, stuff like skill-based matchmaking, lots of bugs and glitches, and terrible maps, led a lot of people to just abandon this game. With Cold War being a flop, the next COD game, which was Vanguard, was not any better. Right off the bat, I was not interested in this game in the slightest because of the setting. I do not like World War games. I think they're really boring and bland, and Vanguard really proved that point for me. This game was just like, wow, probably the blandest Call of Duty I've ever played in my life. It felt ripped from any identity that it really had. You could really just tell that this game was extremely rushed and there's barely any passion put into it. With the past two Call of Duty games being really bad and just not living up to expectations, this has led a lot of people hoping that Modern Warfare 2 is really good. And honestly, from the leaks that I have seen, I'm pretty hopeful for it. The main leak that I have seen were all the new guns coming, and honestly, I mean shit, this looks really good. Guns like the ACR, MTAR, and even the Honey Badger are coming, which are my favorite guns of all time. But only time will tell if this game will truly live up to its high expectations. I hope that once this game comes out, it is a solid game because honestly, I need this game to be good. Every other game that I've been looking forward to has just been complete shit like Halo Infinite or Battlefield 2042. But yeah, I mean, Call of Duty just has not been good lately. The past few games have been trash, complete absolute dog shit. And I firmly believe that Modern Warfare 2 needs to be good in order to kind of take Call of Duty out of this rut that it's been in. If it can't do this, then honestly, Call of Duty's future is going to be very rocky. I'm getting really tired of playing one good Call of Duty, and then the next two are really bad, and then finally there's another good one, and it's just like a terrible cycle that no one likes anymore, and I'm getting so tired of it. I know it's never going to happen, but I really wish we could just go back to the golden age of Call of Duty when every year was a good COD. But anyway guys, that's really it for this video. I kind of just want to talk about what my thoughts are on Modern Warfare 2 and why I think that it really can save Call of Duty. Besides that, please subscribe, leave a like and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!